Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to download your Instagram information. First thing you want to do, you want to launch the Instagram app. Then you want to head to the lower right corner where you see your profile picture. You want to click on it. Then you want to head to the top and click on the three straight lines. After you click on the three straight lines, you're going to be on your own profile. Then you want to click on activity. Okay, when you click on your activity, you're gonna be scrolling all the way to the bottom of the page. So there you have two options. First thing, you have transfer your information, which when you click, you will find out that simply will let you to transfer your information outside Instagram. The second option, as you can see over here, will be to download your information. When you click download your information, you will see that you will have to request your information because you're not gonna have the information right away. As you can see, it might take a while, and also according to Instagram, when your file is ready for downloading, you will have up to 4 days to download the information. This means that you will have like a short-term folder in the cloud, and if you don't access and download this information after 4 days passed, the link will simply be gone and your data will be gone. Then you have to request it again. So be very mindful. Usually people who are requesting this information are people who are about to delete their account. Remember, when you click delete your account on Instagram, you have up to 30 days to go back, log in, and recover the account. If you don't do so and these 30 days passed after you click delete, your account will be gone and data and files and everything will be gone. So it is very important to understand how you're gonna proceed. If you wanna delete your account, you gotta go ahead and request your information. You request the information over here and it will take a while for them to process and serve your information, and then you have to go ahead and you have to log in and download the information. It's a time consuming process. It's not from today until tomorrow. Okay, this is how you download your information from Instagram, guys. Be very mindful, and of course always read and plan every move on the social media.
First of all, you're going to make sure that your account is a professional account. Okay. If your account is not professional, nothing will, actually grow for you. So make sure you have a professional account. Then, secondly, you're going to want to upload mostly weekly. Okay. If you upload daily, that's a big standpoint, but I would definitely urge you to upload weekly, like at least 3 to 4 videos per week or 3 to 4, engaging pictures per week. Then make sure to sign up for the verification badge because meta verification is pretty important as well. Once you do that, make sure to do a little marketing. Okay, you can do marketing through platforms like Shopify, and there's different social media marketing platforms as well. You can also try to pay people on Fiverr and LinkedIn to market for you to improve your SEO. And last and final thing is to sign up with the actual Meta Business Center. Okay, so you're going to come to more, you're going to click on settings. And once you do that, you're going to make sure to go into your account center and make a professional Meta account and start campaigning over there because that will help you tons, okay? So once you do this for yourself, you're pretty much good to go. How to grow on Instagram. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great. In this video, I'm going to be quickly showing you how you can grow on Instagram. So basically to grow on Instagram, you need 3 things. First of all, a theme, an algorithm, and thirdly, consistency, okay? So first of all, you're going to need a theme for your page. So as you can see, I have my page over here, and my page is solely drum related. Okay, so there's a lot of drums, there's a lot of drumming going on. Drums here, drums here, drums here, there's drums here, drum covers everywhere. So, there's just consistently drum covers. So, there's a drum theme going on. See? So I have followed a whole drummer theme. So you're going to want to follow a theme for yourself. Now, once you follow that theme, you're going to need to go according to the algorithm. So whatever's more in nowadays, you're going to go with that. So let's see. So there's, songs like Are You Mine by Arctic Monkeys. This was pretty famous, so I made a cover on this. Change by the Deftones was pretty famous, so I made a cover on this. As It Was very famous back in the day, so I made a cover on that. Then Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden was pretty famous. I made a cover on that. So, just keep on going with the algorithm and you're going to obviously start going more. Obviously, you need to be more consistent with your uploads as well. So just keep on doing that as well. And whatever upload of yours gets more views and recognition, do make sure to repost that every now and then so it can get you more recognition.
Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to grow your Instagram account using Reels. Very easy, very fast guys. Let's jump right into Instagram and let me show you things that you probably haven't seen, okay? The main scoop over here is that you wanna go with the vibe. You don't wanna go against the vibe. Let's say for example I'm inspired to become a surfer like this guy over here, right? So I wanna become part of the community, first of all, indirectly, right? I cannot meet these people, I cannot recreate this video, right? But I can be part of the community. So essentially you want to scroll down to the comment section and you want to go over posts that have a lot of comments or a lot of engagement. So how are you going to do that? You're going to click on the comments, and here you can essentially start commenting similar comments as other people, but you want to add your own personal view, something that will challenge other person to reply to you. If you just say nice video, no one will reply to you. You need to put a statement out there, right? Or you need to ask a question. Questions are actually always the safe way to approach someone, or to essentially put your name or account on the table. Growing inside the comment section is the most unutilized function. A lot of people paying for ads, a lot of people reposting, putting 30 different hashtags, include like 17 paragraphs inside the description, and they're still not growing. Simply because the algorithm has changed big time. In my previous videos, if you go through my channel, you will see that a lot of these people who have a very, very successful post, they don't even include hashtags. As a matter of fact, if you look at this is a sponsored post, right? So the goal of person who paid for the ad on Instagram is to reach as many people as possible. But guess what? Even they don't include any hashtags. Just look at over here. There is no single hashtag. Sponsored post, they're selling probably clothes or whatever, or selling vibe. And look at it, there's no single hashtag. Same thing over here. You see over 1,400 different people saw this video, 14 comments. The description of the video, yeah, they have to include some hashtags because there are different brands over here. I see there are brands, and he actually tagged the brand, so probably he is into some partnership or something. But essentially, if you look at over here, right, we're looking for a fashion magazines. You see over here? So this is a cultural magazine, okay? They do not have any hashtags. Just look at this. 648 likes. Probably the page has indeed over 300,000 followers. So probably they know think or two about the Instagram growth more than me and you, right? So my suggestion over here, guys, is to utilize the comment section. There's very, very few people know about this. Just pick your niche. Are you into fashion? Are you into photography? Are you into e-commerce? Just go find the most, viral or popular post. Find the posts that have a lot of comments, right? You don't want to go on post that has 1 million views, but, had like 5 comments. You want to go on posts that have like 50, 60, 100K reached, right? And you have like 500 comments. That's like the best. You can spend so much time commenting. And guess what? When you comment, people are interested to see who they're talking to, right? No one just replies to no one, right? They're going to reply, they're going to see who you are, and they're most likely going to follow you. And who knows where the whole, collaboration might end up. This is how you grow organically on Instagram. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and of course follow for more. If you just created your brand new account, or you have your old Instagram account but you haven't seen any substantial growth, I'm gonna show you the new update on Instagram and how you can actually take the most advantage of it. Let's launch the Instagram app first. In this particular example video, guys, I'm gonna use the terms of let's say you are into windsurfing. Let's look at this profile, right? This profile is very, very popular. A lot of people engaging, a lot of people talking. Let's say you just created your windsurfing account. It could be for gym account. It could be for makeup, for whatever topics you have. Find account that works. Okay, find account that gathers a lot of people from the industry. And then I want you to go down in the comment section and I want you to start replying to these people, right? somebody said, "Oh, that's awesome," right? You reply and said, "I find this video amazing," the skills of the person, whatever you find to be the best fit for the comment section. Okay, you can actually send a direct comment to the person, to the actual creator. This is how you're going to engage with the people. Then the people will come back to your account and they're going to look your pictures, your surfing pictures, your surfing trip, or whatever you do, right? Just think about if you have a business with, let's say, hairstyle, right? And you have plenty of hairstyles that you have done. You have plenty of pictures, videos, things that you already achieved. And you go on the other people's profiles and you're just commenting, engaging with them, starting a conversation. Don't invite them to go over your page, okay? Don't do it. Don't try to steal other people's engagement and transfer to this your own page, right? Don't do it. The smart way to do it is to show that you also know a lot about the topic, right? You want to show them, hey, I also have a lot of knowledge about the topic, and you show up here, or you show up on other people's content, and you show up and say, for example, Jim, look at this. You can show up over here and say, hey, that exercise works so well. I've done this in the gym, and there will be a lot of people, yeah, I tried this well. And this is how essentially you engage. And guess what? People not going to reply to your comments if they don't check your profile. If people reply to your comments, it's a very high chance that they already check up your account, and even higher chance that they're actually going to follow you after you start having second or third comment on the original comment. This is how you build a relationship, guys. Meaningful relationship that are based on the same interests. This is very important for the long run, because people who are very successful, not only in business but in the social media space, are only people who are focusing on the long game. No one wants to try to sell a couple of items or offer a couple of services and then leave the platform, and then leave the people, leave the conversation. Everyone should focus on building a long-term relationship with the audience, which might essentially turn into being a customers. This is not guaranteed case, guys. Okay, they might turn up audience, but they might not be a shoppers. They might just be an enthusiast, right? They just like to speak about it, but they don't want to practice it. There are plenty of people who love watching, artists drawing on the streets, but these people will never go and buy a brush. These people will never go and order, never commission someone to make a portrait of them, right? So they're different people. I want you to spend enough time within people from the industry, from your business, from whatever hobby you have, right? I want you to listen and pay attention. And I want you to profile who is a buyer, who is just an enthusiast, and who is a professional, right? So you cannot sell anything to the professional. You can just learn from it. Again, scrolling down, if you find a corporate accounts like this one, this is a surf magazine, right? So if you find the corporate accounts or business accounts or media accounts, right, this is where you probably could find a lot of people, because there is a very strong affirmative action of publishing content from the point of view of a magazine. So they gather a lot of content, they have a lot of access, they can do a lot of interviews. So the likelihood of having already built in audience in which you can actually engage with is very high. This is how you build your audience and you grow very fast, naturally, organic. You don't buy any followers, you don't buy anything, any services, any apps. All you gotta do is to pick up the niche, pick up the people which are already in the niche, and go in the comment section and engage. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to grow on Instagram using Reels. Let's jump into the Instagram app first. So guys, I want you to understand the main concept over here. There is a two difference that you can actually use and grow on Reels. First thing, you have to do something interesting, or you have to say something interesting. Okay, Reels game, it's no longer best editing video, it's no longer compilation video, and definitely it's no longer interview videos, and definitely it's no longer a video in which you can actually be mean or be aggressive. It's what you actually say. All these motivational concepts are very popular. Point number one, what you say or what you do. There are amazing videos how people are achieving amazing things. A lot of these, sport videos where people are jumping, breaking world records, or someone who is actually, crafting amazing dish in the kitchen. So what you can say or what you can do is what will get you ahead of the curve. All the people who are trying to over edit, they're just making so much editing. They're having a 30 seconds clip that they're editing 3 hours just to make a super edit with these crazy transitions. This is no longer what works. This was the old concept number one. The second old concept was simply to use trending sounds. This is no longer working on Instagram Reels. The third concept that a lot of people are still using, and it's mind-blowing, is that people are utilizing like optimum hashtag, like 30 hashtags on post. Like, people are crazy. Instead of focusing on 3 to 5 hashtags, and also instead of focusing on putting more content underneath the video, explaining what is the video about and helping the algorithm. Remember, you should not confuse the algorithm. You should help the algorithm deliver your video in front of the right audience. So in terms of you helping it make the life easier for the algorithm, remember, it's a machine. It's not a human being. The algorithm does not have a common sense. So if they don't use a common sense, you should give him prompts. You should give him the exact sentences, what is included and not included in the video, okay? So let's scroll to some successful reels over here. Let's look at this one. Click more. Do you see how the successful post looks like? One simple question. Obviously this is a sponsorship because you can see the brand over here, Chorus Global, right? Cutting edge sport technology, blah blah blah. But this is a brand deal. You see how clean it is? They simply have the watch over here, Vertex. I don't know what this is as well. But I want you to see the difference between this as a brand deal and this as a promotion. Which one would you choose? This is very salesy, right? And it's also run like a sponsored clip. They pay the ad to Instagram itself. Versus you actually pay the creator and things looks much smoother. Think about 1,000 people of the followers saw the video and the conversion is 0.1. You're still gonna get better sales than having this one. Me seeing it, scrolling it means nothing to me. I don't follow this account. I don't follow this jury stuff, so I just gonna scroll, right? So how much retention do you think somebody could get from a video like this? Put it in front of the wrong audience, right? Nothing. So this is how you essentially utilize the two new strategy I shared with you guys. You want to make sure that you realize that it's no longer the best editing. Do you see? Is this looking like the best editing video? I don't think so. All we gotta see is that point number one, what are you doing? It matters so much. And all the people who here underneath, right, are liking, viewing 100% snowboarding people, 100% people who are into winter sports, 100% people who are looking to plan their winter vacation. So this is how targeted you can go simply by creating the right content and putting it in front of the right people. It's very simple if you just use a common sense, guys. Stop looking left and right. Try to find some hacks to grow on Instagram. It's all common sense, and after you figure it out with the common sense, it's a lot of hard work. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can grow fast on Instagram. Very easy, very simple, guys. Let's launch the Instagram app first. For example, you gotta go after your passion. You gotta go after particular niches and industries. What I'm even talking about. Well, guys, think about it. If you, for example, are into surfing, yeah, right? Let's say I want to become a very successful team page creator on the surfing, and I want to sell a lot of print on demand windsurfing shirts and hoodies and accessories and stuff, right? So what I want to do, I want to follow a lot of these people who are gaining a lot of traction. Then I want to go over here on each and every post and follow the people who are commenting. Most likely all these people are surfers, and as you can see over here, everyone is commenting and talking about the windsurf. No one is actually talking about anything else. Everyone is talking about the weather, the surf, the wave, right? So you follow all these people, and believe it or not, 30 to 40% of these people will follow you back. So first of all, this is how you're gonna gain a lot of new followers. The second thing that you will gonna do is essentially you wanna go to the profile of the person, and you wanna make sure that they have a very consistent posting, meaning that they're publishing every single day. If they publish every single day, you have a chance every single day to gain new followers and new inspiration. Essentially, you can start reposting their content on your page, on your story, and essentially you can create a carousel post. What I'm even saying, guys. So for example, I can essentially go over here, right? We don't want to share reels. Let's go over her pictures. Let's say we want to share a picture of something like this, right? You want to repost this picture, and then you want to create a brand new post with carousel. You click on the plus sign, and let's say, for example, we want to put her picture, and then we're going to select the double square over here, and we're going to add 3-4 different pictures with our products. Or we can add 3-4 different pictures with let's say weather conditions about surfing, something about surfing, like quotes about surfing, some overall generic images. Maybe you can get inspiration from Pinterest, but you want to make sure that you include in one of these carousel pictures one of your products, okay? And this is how you gain traction. This is how you create the first community of already engaged people that are already interested, they already want to buy, they already are into this particular niche. All you gotta do is to offer them the great product and to first of all gain their trust. And this is how you can do both things that I just explained to you in a very simple manner. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to review the new updates in Instagram algorithm in 2024. There is a major shift with everything that we've seen through 2021 and 2022. So now in 2024, we're seeing that there is a major change in the way in which Instagram picks the videos or pictures or any type of content to get more attention. In other words, getting viral. Let's launch the Instagram app and let me show you some main difference. So what we can see over here is that the more generic structure of the post, if we click more and see how it's structured, we're seeing less and less description in each of the posts that are getting a lot of attention. If you can look at over here, we're having, first of all, we're having generic hashtags. We're having skiing, we're having carving, we have, I don't know what the omit this is, ski and sunrise, okay? And please check the number of the hashtags. We're having only 5 hashtags. On average, last year and through 2022 as well, people have been using between 12 to 14 different hashtags. If you scroll down, just look at the structure of the actual sponsored content as well. If you click over here, well, guess what? This particular piece of content received 3.1 million people like it. So 3.1 million people like this particular piece of content. Of course, it was sponsored, but how often do you see a sponsored piece of content that has 3 million likes? Let's scroll through the description, and guess what? There is no a single hashtag over here. No single hashtag. There is only one sentence, which is, their mission or something about what the company is aiming for. Then you have typical sales pitch. Okay, and if you fail to understand what is the brand about, well, I do as well. Obviously they're selling some bracelets, okay, but what we're seeing over here, they don't have a single hashtag, no hashtag of the brand, no hashtag of accessories, no hashtag of bracelets, right? Is this something telling you? There is something very special about the algorithm. And if we scroll down, let's take a look how people are actually structuring. So as you can see, people are, you see this, only one hashtag. You have one emoji, which is the rocket, and you have another one, which is the battery, right? So essentially over here, you will see that this is most likely another sponsored, because you see a lot of branding. And if you click all over here, well, guess what? This is a brand. I don't know what this brand is, but obviously this is a branded content as well. Look at this sponsored video. Okay, this video has over 200 different comments. So what this video is telling you, again, you have simply 2 sentences, no hashtags at all. So guys, next time when you try to create either sponsored content or brand deal, or you simply publishing on your own page, I want you to focus on these 3 topics. So if you decide to use hashtags, you want to go large, meaning you want to go generic, you want to go global. If you're publishing video about, let's say, making an omelette, right, you're going to use the hashtag cooking. You're not going to use hashtag fried eggs or omelette or cheese omelette. You're not going to niche down, you want to niche up. This is what obviously has been working at the current pace for Instagram. Second thing, if you don't want to use hashtags like many other successful posts I just showed you, you want to make sure that you have 1 to 3 sentences that are very, very explanatory. So you have maybe 2 will be more generic and 1 will be very, very explanatory. So this will simply help you to identify what type of audience is actually likely to see your video. Might not be the omelette lovers, but might be the lovers of watching cooking videos. Just think about how mind-blowing this could be if you potentially have the major success with just people watching cooking videos, but you have been targeting only omelette videos. Like, you've been targeting only people who like the dishes that you cook in the particular video. For example, you make a salad, you target people who looking for salad recipe, but meanwhile your only gain for success and advantage and leverage have to be to target all the people in the cooking industry. Just think about how important this is, how major shift this is. Instead of targeting the 50 people looking for a recipe for salad, you're targeting anyone who is looking to see and watch and engage with cooking content. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's a major shift in Instagram algorithm for 2024. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share with you the new updates from Instagram and how the algorithm actually distribute the content in completely different way. You will be shocked. Let me show you. Launching the Instagram app, you will see that the content that is actually popping up over here, it's no longer using hashtags. This is a commercial, okay? You want to click on it, very short description. This is not a commercial. Scroll down. The most important element, as you can see over here, is that if a sponsored content is not using hashtags, and the structure of which you may wonder, why does it look like this? Probably they know something that you don't. Remember, these people are paying to have their content rank on not only on Instagram platform, but also on Google search. So these people have their best interest to arrange the description and the metadata in a way in which they will reach everyone who is currently searching for or potentially might be interested in their product. So if these people are no longer using hashtags, if these people are not focusing on long description, as you can see, just very simple, very simple, 1 sentence, probably you see 3 functionality if it's a functional product, right? And everything else essentially it's what makes the post unique. You see, some of the people are still using hashtags, but as we can see over here, we don't see crazy engagement, right? If you look at the big brands, as you know, they pay millions of dollars for the actual marketing team and marketing campaigns. Probably they already study and find out, because look at over here, right? This is another sponsored post, right? And you see this post still has over 90,000, right? 90,000 different interactions over here on this particular post, and yet they don't have any hashtags on it. So guys, I want you to be very careful when using hashtags on your Instagram post. I've seen this trend also on the Reels. On the Reels, I've seen even less text. I've seen people just using like a couple of words up to a sentence, and that's about it. You know why? Because now people are no longer focusing on the actual description and reading it. This was something in 2022 where people were essentially writing the whole essays, right, in the description, focusing on people reading the story while they're watching the video in the background. But now things are different. Remember on TikTok there were a post, like a trend of posting like your video doing something at home, and on the whole screen you will see a bunch of text, and people are not watching the video is rolling in the background, you're doing something, but the people are sitting and reading what is on the screen, which is mind-blowing. But this is no longer the trend. You haven't seen videos like this on TikTok, I bet, for quite some time, because the trend has shifted again. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share with you the recent update on Instagram and how the algorithm actually targets different type of content and description on the posts. Let's jump right into the topics. Just look at my feed over here, okay? This is my feed, my followers, everything is windsurfing, water sports, activity. If I go on the actual random FYP for you page, everything as you can see is as usual, sports, right? And models, of course. Let me show you something that you probably haven't seen. Let's go over here and let's look for sponsored posts. So this sponsored post over here is popping in between. Let's jump into the metadata of the post. So they don't have any hashtags. They do not have any hashtags. They do not have any metadata description for search engine optimization. You might be thinking, but they're running an ad. Nothing should stop them to include hashtags. Well, guess what? Even though they're running a special commercial, if you go on their original account, right, and if you look at the regular post, they don't get this attention. 39 likes on the post that was published recently, okay, and they have bunch of hashtags. Nothing is moving, just 4 days ago. Compare this post with post that doesn't have the actual hashtags. How about this post over here? Same thing, guys. Just look at this. So 4 days ago, they include like a 20 plus hashtags, almost, not even 40 likes. And the post prior just has, a little longer description with 0 hashtags, has 142 likes. Do you understand what kind of difference we're talking about? Everything is in relation with the recent update. So the rumor has it on the street that the Instagram update algorithm doesn't actually identify the best content that has a lot of or some hashtags. Some hashtags or a lot of hashtags are simply kind of recognized as a tool that automated services or bots are using. So this is where the natural organic growth is coming into play. And if you don't trust me, let's scroll down and take a look, right? This is another post over here, bunch of hashtags, again, 40 likes. It's 40 likes prison. There is a quote on TikTok, people who are locked in 200 views, every video is 200 views, 200 views prison. You see how many hashtags they include? Well, if you look at this post over here, right, just a couple of days prior, 138 likes, 0 hashtags. So the moral lesson of the story over here, guys, is that if you really want to grow in 2024, if you want to make a difference, this is your main objective. You got to learn how to utilize no hashtag posting with better description, okay? Make your description better, make your posting better, and then everything will come into place. For more tips and tricks like this, guys, subscribe and follow for more.